It is. Okay. Here we go, my dear students. Mhm. Lesson with the title Past Perfect. Mhm. So you scroll down and we need to read the objective. Uh-huh. Okay. So the objective is over here. Mm-hmm. My dear Dana Santos, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Dana, can you read this paragraph and the objective,
Yes.
please?
Past perfect refers to a time earlier than before now. It is used to make it clear that one event happened before another in the past. It does not matter which event is mentioned first. The tense makes it clear which one happened first. Objective. At the end of the topic, you will express affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences with the past perfect, based on your daily life in order to give and get information about past actions that occurred before other actions in the past.
Thanks, my dear Dana. Very good. Yes. Uh-huh. In our practice, there are students, there are two moments. Mm-hmm. Two situations linked in the past. Uh-huh. Not today, not at the moment, not in the future. Okay? Past moments. Mhm. And our topic, that is past perfect, happens first. Yes. Okay? You could have two ideas, but one of them is first. Mhm. Okay. So let's read and find out more. Okie dokie? Mhm. Okay. Here we go, my dear students. It's over here, our presentation. We present it. Mhm. Aha. The past perfect tense. Okay. Definition, my dear students. Okay. So, my dear Diana Michelle Gonzalez, are you there? Yeah. Can you hear me, my dear Diana Michelle? Oh, technical issues. Don't worry, my dear Diana Michelle. Don't worry. Uh-huh. Okay.
I hear you.
Oh,
Don't hear
okay.
me?
Yes, my dear Diana. Thanks. A favor. Could you read this definition, please?
Yes. Definition of past perfect. The past perfect tense indicates an action that was complete before another action in the past. It is formed with had followed by the past participle of the verb.
Great, my dear Diana Michelle. Yes, that is the structure. An action in the past. Mm-hmm. We continue, my dear Diana Michelle. Can you
Yes.
continue?
Yes, teacher. Importance in English language. Understanding the past perfect tense is essential for articulating events. Mm, sorry,
Accurately?
accurately.
Yes.
It helps clarify relationships among past actions, preventing potential confusion in communication.
Yes, my dear. Thank you. Yeah, so precise information to clarify. Yay. Now, we continue, my dear Diana Michelle.
Yes, teacher.
This one, please.
Comparison with another tenses. The past perfect tense differs from the simple past and past continuous tense, as it emphasizes, mm, sorry, what
Emphasizes.
mean emphasizes
Yes.
the completion of an action before another past event. This distinction aids in more precise storytelling.
Yes, my dear Diana Michelle. Good. We have this story or description, emphasis on the action before another past events. So, two moments in the past and they are linked. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. What is next? Oh, sorry. Definition, importance, comparison. This one, my dear Jenna Michelle.
Yes, when to use past perfect. Past perfect is used to show that an action occurred before a specific moment in the past. This tense, this tense establishes a clear sequence, enhancing the understanding of time relationships in narratives.
Yes. So we are able to differentiate when or what moment is before the other. Okay? Uh-huh. So, difference. Please, my dear Diana Michelle.
Yes, common scenarios. Common scenarios for using past perfect include storytelling, expressing affected actions, and establishing prior conditions. It often appears in complex sentences where clarity of timing is essential.
Bravo! Right. Uh-huh. So, it is with certain ideas to link to link both situations, but they have a relationship. Yes, and you can establish previous conditions. Okay, and more over here, my dear students. There is more.
Yes,
Okay, this one, please, my dear.
yes. Examples in context. For contextual understanding, consider she had finished her homework before dinner. In this case, the homework completion is temporarily prior to dinner time. Such examples illustrate the purpose of the past perfect tense effectively.
Thank you, my dear Diana Michelle. Right. Okay. Well, observe. Let me on the line. This one. Huh? Okay. Our linker to establish one action and the other. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's she, a girl, someone. She had finished her homework before dinner. To be precise, time for dinner is the second moment, and homework finished is prior or previous. Mhm. So, in this sentence, we mention two moments, dinner and homework, but they are not simultaneously. No, one is before the other. Okay? So, and observe, it is our action with had and another in a special tense. Okay? Mhm. My dear students, any comment or any questions?
No, teacher.
No.
Okay. We move on, my dear students. We move on. Mhm. Now, okay. I told you that we use a verb, mhm, okay, and an auxiliary. Okay. So we return let me escape. And over here, uh-huh, hmm, there are two groups of verbs, regular and irregular, my dear students. Mhm. Base form, walk, talk, study, listen, and work. Mhm. Base form, to practice past perfect, a special way to conjugate had all subjects I, you, he, she, it, etc. And the verb base form change into past participle. Regular verbs characteristic ed ending. Mhm. Remember, ed ending has a special pronunciation. Had worked, had talked, had studied, had listened, had worked. Affirmatively, okay? You may say something opposite, negative, right? Regular verb forms. Mhm. Okay? A small group, only 5 actions. Okay? Mhm. So these are regular verbs. My dear Eric Alejandro, are you there? Can you hear me, my dear Eric Alejandro Jimenez? No? Don't worry. My dear Valeria Flores, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, my dear Valeria, there are two groups of verbs in English. Regular verbs. What is the other group?
Irregular.
Ah, fantastic response, my dear Valeria. That is the other. Okay? My dear Valeria, can you read this column, please?
Yes. Eat, go, write, see, speak.
Good pronunciation. Now, in structure, past perfect, it is?
Had eaten, had gone, had written, had seen, had spoken.
Wow, my dear Valeria. Great, great way of reading. Thanks. Dear students, irregular verbs may change in the past participle. Okay? May change. Mhm. So, examples, right? But it's better in context. Uh-huh. Okay. There's, my dear students, mhm, a paragraph, some information. Okay. This paragraph appears in this passage. My dear Valeria, can you read this question and info below?
Yes. What do you notice? You will read a passage about Jamie's life now and before she moved to the US.
Oh, yes. So, what do you notice? So, what do you observe? That is the question. Okay? This is the passage, the paragraph. Okay. Mhm. A second.
Do I read it?
Please, my dear Valeria. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Before my friend Jamie moved to the United States, she had lived in Venezuela. She had studied at the university there. After she moved to the US, she began studying at the university here in Seattle. Jamie has always loved the theater. Before she moved here, she had performed in many shows in Venezuela. For example, she had played Christine in Panton of the opera and had had many other roles too. She also had taken singing and dance lessons in Venezuela. Now she's learning English. After her English improves, she wants to join to the local teacher.
Hey, my dear Valeria. Nice. Now, we understand this passage or paragraph. Okay? It's Jamie. Mhm. She's a nice person, Jamie. Mhm. Move to the US. Mhm. Okay. It says she had lived in Venezuela, uh-huh, in Latin America. Uh-huh. Okay. So let's reread. Okay. Mhm. It says over here. Mhm. My dear Valeria, it says Jamie had studied at university there in Venezuela. Okay. My dear Valeria, what action is first? Studied university in Venezuela or move to the United States? What event is before? Moving or studying?
Mm, studying.
Aha! That's right, my dear Valeria. You're a very good observer. Yes. And check, my dear students. The tense that we are practicing today mhm, is she had studied at university there in Venezuela. It's before. Then Jamie moved to the US. Uh-huh. But this passage, this information based on past events, not present, not future, past moments. Okay? Mhm. Remember the structure. Okay? Uh-huh. Had, complete form, in this case, regular verb, past participle. Not simple past, past participle. Mhm. Okay. Do you have any observations, my dear students?
No, teacher.
No.
Nope.
No,
Oh,
thank you, teacher.
thanks to you. Okay. More examples, right? Okay. Mhm. Over here. Mhm. Structure. Okay. Mhm. This is positive. Positive sentences, my dear students. Okay. Let's read to understand. Our friend Bianca Alejandra, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Could you read these affirmative sentences?
Yes. They had finished their project before the deadline. She had traveled to Paris before moving to London. We had studied Spanish before visiting Mexico. By the time the concert started, I had already arrived at the venue. He had never seen such a beautiful sunset until he visited the beach last summer.
Great, my dear Bianca Alejandra. Wow, very nice. Okay. Dear students, they had finished the structure. Uh-huh. There's complement. Before connects the previous and the next action. In past, remember, they are in past. Uh-huh. The order of ideas in our sentence could be first, the second moment, and then the first. But remember, our tense indicates prior situation, right? Mhm. This is complete form. You may use contraction. Remember, in English, there are contractions, okay? Notes. They could be apostrophe D. Date finished. they had finished. Maybe she had traveled. Apostrophe, travel. Okay? She'd travel. Contraction, right? My dear students, any observations?
No.
Okay. More sentences. Negative. Yep. Okay. My dear Brenda Guerrero, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Can you read negative sentences?
Yes. I had not seen that movie before yesterday. He hadn't completed his homework when I carried the hand visit Rome before last summer. She had not seen her friends since they graduated from high school. They had not traveled abroad before the pan- pandemic hit.
Thanks, my dear Brenda Guerrero. Right. Yep. Negative, dear students. Had not or hadn't. Yes. And well, our action in past participle is not missing because it's regular, regular. Uh-huh. Okay. They hadn't visited. Negative structure. Okay. Our connection, I told you, before in the first, when in the second, before in the third, since in the fourth, and before in number five. Okay? So, two ideas to identify which one was first. Mhm. Do you have any questions?
No, teacher.
Not
Okay. Next part. Questions structure. My dear Tania, could you read these questions, please?
Yes.
Thanks.
Formation of yes, no, and WH questions. Uh, had you ever been to Japan before 2020? Had they submit their issues before the class? Had she learned French before moving to Paris? Which books had had she read before she started her new course? And what had you done before the meeting started?
Wonderful, my dear Tanya. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Yes, no questions. Remember, yes, no, two options to respond, affirmatively or negatively. Okay? This is yes or no. Let's imagine. Had you ever been to Japan before 2020 or 2020? Uh-huh. Simply, we say, yes, I had. Okay? Because had isn't the question, had in the answer. Or negatively, no, I hadn't. contraction. Mhm. It's rapid answer, okay? No more details, only yes and no. But in certain cases, you are very curious. So you need specific information. Which books? What activity? Right? Mhm. So, my dear students, do you have any comments?
No, teacher.
Okay. So, it's time to match situations. Okay. The situations are ah, sorry, not matching, not matching. This is a game. Yeah, a game to play together, my dear students. Aha. It's a kind of test, my dear participants. A kind of test. Huh? My dear Alexandra Garcia, are you there? No? Okay. My dear Danny Hernandez, are you there? No? Okay. My dear Yozune Moctezuma, are you there? Okay. A volunteer to read this sentence? Is there a volunteer?
Um, I am teacher.
Please, my dear Mariana Ajami.
Okay. We use the past perfect to describe an action that happened before another action in the past.
Is this true or this is false?
This is true, teacher.
Bravo, that's true. Now, let's complete the previous moment and the question. My dear, could you, my dear Mariana Ajami?
Okay, teacher. Is when Sarah arrived at the house, is mm, sería she had already eat.
Question. It's a question. So, we use first this at the beginning.
Okay, teacher. Is had she already?
Can you reread both? When?
When Sarah arrived at the house, had she already eaten?
Right, because it's a question. Now, question and yes, no answer. Please, my dear Mariana Jimmy.
Okay. Had you been to the castle before? Is yes, I have.
Bravo! Affirmative. Yay! Good job. Now, we complete this. Can you?
Okay. Marcos Julia signs last Thursday. Uh, did not see.
This is in the past. Past perfect.
Oh,
We
and is was not seen.
use this with hadn't and participle.
Oh, okay. Had not seen.
Yes. Can you reread?
Okay. Marcus had not seen Julia since last Thursday.
Yay! One moment before the other. Now, we need the correct sequence, my dear Marian Ajami. What is?
Okay. Mm. First is
Uh-huh.
the train had no, yes, the train had already, or maybe already had. I don't know, teacher.
Let's try. Yay, it's appropriate. Thank you, my dear Mariana Ajami. Good job. Good
Thank you,
job.
teacher.
Thanks to you, my dear students. In the previous, okay, uh-huh, one word was missing, but the sequence was okay. Mhm. Now, another participant to read and choose the correct complement. Please, my dear Dana.
Yes. I had just want to sleep when my phone ran. My phone, see, my phone ran.
Bravo, yes. Continue, my dear Dana.
I still didn't understand the story. I have finished the book. Mm,
What is the linker? By the time, at the time, for the time, on the time.
on the time?
More or less, more or less.
By the time?
Can you reread?
I still didn't understand the story by the time I had finished the book.
Yay! By the time is the correct. Another one.
Yes. He called me as soon he had left the hospital.
Oh, yes. He called me
He
as
called
soon
me.
as soon.
Um, he called me as soon um as
Yay! As soon as. That's the phrase. It's a question, my dear Dana.
yeah.
What's the order?
Had she ever been to Greece before?
In this way?
Yes.
Oh, amazingly. Another one, please.
Yes. After 3 hours of looking, they still mm, hadn't found the case.
The keys.
The keys. Yeah.
Yes. Yay! My dear students, congratulations! You mastered 10 questions. Yay! Great job, my dear students. Wow! Mhm. Now, my dear participants, we have more events. Remember, we need to have the correct sequence. Mhm. And what's the sequence? We go over here. Uh-huh. Yes, it was a passage. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go. Now, A timeline. Mhm. Okay. Events, my dear students, in this timeline. So we are gonna read, right? Okay. A volunteer to read this instruction. Uh-huh. Any volunteer?
Me.
Please, my dear Valeria.
Understand the grammar. Next, you will practice using the past perfect. Scroll down to study a timeline of Jamie's life.
This is the timeline. Okay. Can you read the different moments, my dear Valerie? My dear Valerie Flores? Uh-huh. Yeah, my dear Valerie,
Oh,
no?
yes, sorry.
Thanks.
2012 saw her first musical. 2013 enrolled in singing lessons. 2014 start dance lessons. 2015 got a role in a small musical. 2017 auditioned for Phantom of the Opera. The same year, starred in Phantom of the Opera, and 2019 moved to the United States.
Oh, my dear Valerie Flores. Good speaking skills. Yes. Uh-huh. Timeline, my dear students. The first 2012. Okay. And then more events in Jamie's life. Uh-huh. Now, remember, we need to decide what moment is before the other. Mhm. Pay attention to this. Aha. We complete. Yep. Okay. My dear Valeria Flores, could you read the first sentence?
Yes. Uh, Before Jamie moved to the United States, she had auditioned in Phantom of the Opera.
Hmm, let's see. Uh-huh. Okay. Audition. Let's see. Uh-huh. Now, let's return. It says she had audition in Phantom of the Opera. Okay. We return and we see. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. So it is audition or start.
First auditioned, then starred.
Okay, let's see. But it says before. Let's return here. Okay. Uh-huh. So, so,
Ah, and starred. She
uh-huh.
had starred.
So we modify. Okay, a little bit. Yes. So it is star. Yay. Now, in the next, my dear Valerie Flores.
Before she starred in Phantom of the Opera, she had auditioned.
Oh, that's the sequence. Next one.
Before she auditioned, she had um, gotten a role in a small musical.
Oh. Next.
Before she got a small role in a musical, she had started dance lessons.
Oh. Next one.
Before she started dance lessons, she had enrolled in singing lessons.
And
Before she enrolled in singing lessons, she had seen her first musical.
oh, okay. And my dear Valerie and my dear students, we have one special word to say, to use before, because before indicates what situation is previous. Another one or other ones. Okay, so my dear students, so far so good. Mhm. Any comments?
No, teacher.
No.
Nope. Okay. We move on, my dear participants. Yes. Uh-huh. Then the drawings. Ah, it's this one. Okay. Mhm. Instruction. Huh? Which action happened first? Second. Circle the correct answers. One, two, three, four, and five, my dear participants. Okay? So, but which one is first? Mm-hmm. Yep. We are going to circle the action that happened firstly. Mhm. Okay. Some, yeah, today we have big teams. My dear Diana Michelle, are you there? Yeah. Can you hear me, my dear Diana Michelle? Okay. Don't worry. I think that your internet connection is with. Yeah. Can you hear me, Diana Michelle?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. My dear Diana Michelle, could you read this set of sentences?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Before I came here, I had studied theater.
Okay. What action is first? Before I came here or I had studied theater?
Mm, I had studied theater.
Oh, let me circle. Right. Mhm. Next group. Can you?
Yes. After I had studied in Korea for several years, I decided to move to United States.
Uh-huh. Which one is first?
Mm, I decided to move to the United States.
Yeah. What action is before that?
Okay, after I had studied in Korea for several years.
Oh, yeah, remember, this indicates something previous. Now, next group, my dear.
Yes, we'd gone to dinner before we saw the show.
Okay. Dinner or show? First is
Dinner.
aha. Yes. Mm-hmm. is the past perfect. Next set.
Yes, I realized the dress was the wrong size after I'd booked it.
Yeah, remember, it's a contraction. I had bought it. I'd bought
Bought
it.
it, bought
Yes.
it.
Uh-huh. First moment.
I realized the dress was the
Uh-huh.
wrong size.
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So what action is before?
Before, after I'd bought it.
Uh-huh. Because first the person bought it and then, oh, it's not the correct size. Mm-hmm. And the last one.
I'd heard about the school theater program after I moved here.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what action happened first?
Happened first, I heard about the school theater program.
Ah, that's right. Exactly. Thank you very much, my dear Diana Michelle. Great performance. Mhm. Thanks.
Thank you, teacher.
Thanks to you and my dear students. This is a rapid test to identify our structure, the past perfect. Okay? Mhm. So for now, we have finished. Okay? Mhm.